How about these moves being made by Trump, by Pam, by Custom and Border, by ICE? I mean, I was over there with you a couple years back, and you took me to some areas in your county and showed me how the illegals were coming in and where the coyotes picked them up and all the debris and crap they were leaving. And I knew this problem was bad. But when you hear these numbers and then groups like this get arrested where they're raking in $18 million over 4 years, and how many poor Cuban immigrants did they take advantage of? And this is happening every day, every minute in this country. We are the #1 country when it comes to human trafficking, Mark. And I think because of this new sheriff in our nation's capital, that's about to change. What do you think?
100%, Dan. And they're actually focusing the federal law enforcement energy on the right targets. We need to go after the people that were trafficking humans, trafficking drugs, that were undermining our America. What they were focused on the last 4 years under the Biden administration, and this is by their own words multiple times to us as sheriffs, that domestic violence terrorism, veterans, people who didn't think the elections were legit, people who were present at January 6th, the list goes on and on.
Catholics.
Parents who were going to schools. Yep. All of these people were labeled by the FBI and our federal government as being the #1 target. Now they are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, they're doing a better job of working together. The federal government does not do a good job of playing together in the sand. And now I see more and more cohesion amongst our federal partners. I think this has been long overdue. I applaud Pam Bondi, Kristi Noem, and really this is President Trump who's driving this and pushing it in the direction it needs to go. And I hope the citizens of America understand how important protecting Americans and going after criminals is to this president, and it shows by his actions. And this is just another one of those actions that is positive for the American people.
Yeah, Mark, you and I have had private conversations with 47, and we know he wants his legacy. I mean, he's a grandpa, right? Besides being a dad and a husband, he's a grandpa, and he really wants this place to be safe, and as he puts it, golden again for those grandkids to grow up in. And remember the stuff like, I'll be 51 this year. You and I are about the same age. He's obviously a little bit older than us, but we all remember back to those simple days in America, right? When people actually opened the Bible and prayed, when the family sat around the dinner table, when we only had a couple channels, nobody was hooked on this crap. We didn't think transgender was a thing. The border was a border. Like normalcy, common sense, a safe America. We had that for decades, and it fell apart the last few. And he gets it, and he's trying to bring it back. I want to run a bunch of headlines past you in relationship to this whole immigration, deportation, the gangs, and everything else, and just get your take on it. DC worked. The numbers prove it. I don't have to show the numbers again. You know the numbers. My viewers know the number. Crime is down. There's been no murders. He nailed it in DC. He's about to go into Chicago. ICE could be there as early as this weekend. He might even send in guard troops. Obviously, old Chubbs, Mr. Pritzker, the governor there in Illinois, doesn't want it. Brandon Idiot Johnson in Chicago sure as heck don't want it. Their mayor. What do you think as a sheriff? Should he be doing this around the country more?
Well, what I think he's doing, Dan, is exactly what he should do. And what he's done is he's gone into where he could go, which is into Washington, D.C., because it's a federal territory. And he proved that if you just go after the criminals, you can have success in stopping murders and carjackings. But it takes the will. And he's created the model, and he did it in less than 30 days, to the point where Mayor Muriel Bowser was saying, this is great. We need him here long term.
Yeah, she complimented him last week. It was crazy. I was like, yeah. Did hell freeze over? A Democrat just said Trump did something good? Like, I mean, you hear him joke all the time. I could cure cancer, and the Democrats and the media would say, Donald Trump puts medical workers out of business. Like, they would never say he cured cancer. Same thing here. He fixed crime in D.C. Last one to you, just because I like seeing it, and I want to play it one more time. We shot that Venezuela ship full of drugs. Just show the video and we'll get Mark's take. I just like seeing it all week long because the Democrats are upset that we took bold action and blew up a boat full of drugs and terrorists with Tren de Aragua coming from Venezuela, most likely to the Florida shores. Who knows how much drugs are on the boat? And they're pissed off we did this. Your thoughts, final thought, Mark.
I love it. This shows the strength of America again. We have a strong leader. He understands. I love that he changed it to the Department of War because we are not playing defense anymore. Right. And listen, For any of you questioning this, over the last several years, the leading cause of death in America was fentanyl poisoning.
Thank you.
That's been what's killing most Americans. It's far greater than guns or anything else that the left likes to scream about. Yet they want to be silent on what kills Americans.